I want to say thank you to Social Media Cowboys for sponsoring this week's episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. If you need help with a website, if you need social media needs for your business, if you need help with AdWords, SEO, all those things that you know you should be doing but you are too busy to do or you're too confused about, they are the experts that you need in your corner. If you're interested in launching a podcast such as mine, they help me edit my podcast and do a fantastic job making sure that all of the technical side of it is handled and we launch a nice, neat, edited podcast episode each week. So I want to thank Social Media Cowboys for their continued sponsorship of the Confidence Through Health podcast. You can find them at socialmediacowboys.com, or you can find them as well with other sponsors at confidencethroughhealth.com. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. This is your host, Jerry Snyder. And today I wanted to talk about habits, as this episode will be live the week of Christmas. And a lot of people are focusing on the end of the year and habits that maybe they want to change in ways of resolutions. And habits are, if you think about it, they're a lot like other things that we go through life and lose and replace, in that every year the trees lose leaves and replace them with new leaves. And that's happening for many of us. I'm in Texas. It's happening for many of us in the U.S. and the Northern Hemisphere, where it's getting colder. We just, are going through winter time. And so they're losing their leaves, and they're going to get new leaves in the spring, in March, in April. You're going to see new growth. And this is, it's a metaphor for what we go through as humans. Kids, if you have pets, they lose their teeth as they grow. Their childhood teeth or their puppy teeth or they lose those infant teeth and then grow into adult teeth. My kids are in the stages of losing their teeth right now. So that's something that makes me think about the new growth and how we need to do that with our habits. Oftentimes, even good habits, but oftentimes we have bad habits that we need to remove, especially regarding our health, our routines that feed our mindset, that feed our mental health, that feed our emotional health. And all of these bad habits, poor habits, non-helpful habits, negative habits, however you want to label them, they're all tearing down our confidence. And that's something that, this whole podcast is about, is building your confidence through having better health, not just physical health, but mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all the areas where we can all improve. No matter how successful you are at any given thing, we can always improve. We've seen that. Otherwise, we would have leveled off with technology. We will have leveled off with inventions. Like we'd just be at a spot where there's nothing left to do. But we're not. We're at a spot where there's plenty of growth still out there. The key factor becomes, what are the habits you have in place that are leading you towards that growth, that are helping you expand and helping you achieve on a daily basis more than you achieved the day before? Not necessarily in a, you must achieve certain tasks and you must get certain things, but we're all trying to grow. And what areas are you growing that you're seeing that expansion every single day? And now sometimes you can't see it. Sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you have to sit still Do the things you're doing on a daily basis, but not push too hard. And then you'll see the growth happen quickly. And that's a lot of times what happens when you have people that are the supposed out of nowhere overnight successes. What you don't see is the years and years and years of training, the days and days and days and days and days of training that go into that exponential growth that happens overnight or over a short period of time. But there's years and years of daily growth that's being built upon. So that's the way your health works. That's the way your spiritual health works. That's the way your emotional health works, your mental health works. Everything works that way, is that you have to take those little bitty steps. You have to have those moments where you're improving on, a daily basis. And sure, you're going to have some downfalls. You're going to have some failures. Failures are important, but failures lead to growth. And so, again, not focusing so much on the successes, but focusing on the overall growth. You want to have those successes. They're helpful for your emotional health. But you want to, most importantly, have items happening that you can point to that say, I'm growing because of this. If you look at, a tree or even, a plant in your garden, you plant a seed in your garden, that little bitty seed has to break through not just the ground. First, it has to break through the shell of the seed to then grow, to break through the ground, to then grow and offshoot leaves that then offshoot flowers that can be pollinated, that can become fruit or vegetables. Like, those are all painful growth points that happen. And anywhere along the path, failure could happen. If you've ever had a garden or watched trees in your yard grow, you know that happens, that branches break, that, the dog tramples on them, as far as if they're small little plants. So there's things that happen that you have to navigate and grow from. But that's the key point, is how are you growing? And if you're growing properly, then nothing can stop you from reaching and achieving the success that you have set out to go after. And I fully believe that nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you if you're on the right path for you and you're continually growing and you're focused on it. So those are the keys for heading into next year, is know what you're focused on, know what you should be achieving, and being able to point to growth points every day. And when you do that, your health's going to improve because you're going to have the proper focus on how to be healthy. Your life is going to improve. Your finances may or may not improve. That's totally irrelevant to your growth as a person. It's totally irrelevant to your growth as a person. There are people that are super financially well off. They're doing, from the world's point of view, amazing things in the financial world, that are still not growing on a daily basis, that are still not achieving successes in their personal life because they haven't navigated this part of life. There's people that are uber poor but have perfected happiness. They've perfected having a growth mindset, have an abundance mindset in their life, and they're happy. You may not know these people. These people are not typically in the American world that we live in, because our world has become so focused on achieving financial success. But these people are out there in the world, and when you find them, they'll make you question some of the things that you've done. And when you do that, that's when you've got an opportunity for growth. So find those things that you know if you grew towards in your life, you would be happier, you would be healthier, you would make more of an impact on others. And that's what my new book, No More Sugarcoating, is all about. It's available on Amazon now. That's what it's all about, is taking the sugarcoating off of your life, finding out what your purpose is, finding out what your core beliefs are, moving towards those, living towards those, so that you can help other people, but also help yourself, improve your life, be happier with the life that you live, be fulfilled with the life that you live, and end your life on your last day, whenever that comes, with no regrets for not having done something, for not having attempted something, for not having followed through on what you believed. That's what's important. So take the sugarcoating off your life. That's what No More Sugarcoating is all about. And that's what I'm talking about here, is that there's opportunities for growth all around you, specifically with your health. And if you take care of your health, you're more likely to help others. You're more likely to make an impact on others and on this world. And you'll be happier. And you're going to have more confidence. And when you do those things, it's going to snowball, and then the impact becomes exponential. So these last couple of days of 2020, take the time to look at where you are, look at where you want to grow, and move in those directions. Take the small steps. It's small steps. Take the small steps now that in 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, you'll look back at and go, wow, look at how many big steps I've taken because I took those first few small steps. And I just continued to take those first few small steps every day towards the growth that I want to achieve long term. So that's what it's about. It's about growing, helping others, becoming who your potential is for, but who your purpose is for, and doing all those things, helping other people and being healthy. If you do all those things, you're gonna have confidence, and that's what I want for you. I think you can do it. I believe in you. I'm confident that you can do it because I'm confident that I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm very confident outside of a few physical feats where you have to have a physically gifted body to be able to do certain things. Outside of those things, I fully believe that if one person can achieve something, we all can achieve it. We just have to understand that and put our mind to it. And I believe I can achieve it. I believe you can achieve it. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you do that. That's part of me living my purpose and me growing towards my goals for my future. So join me on that journey. Grow for yourself. I'd love for you to share comments. On Apple Podcasts, go on there and comment, or you can shoot me an email, Jerry@allinhealthandwellness, and let me know where you are planning on growing in 2021. What area you are trying to make the most impact, either for yourself or for others, knowing that you must impact yourself first before you can impact others. Just like they say on any airline that you go on, when the safety tips at the beginning, when they're going through all that with the flight attendants, and they say if the airplane loses air pressure, then the little oxygen mask is going to fall down. If you're with a child, put your mask on first before you put the other one on the child, because if you don't help yourself first, you can't help others. It's very similar. It sounds selfish, but it's not if you do it right. It's not selfish if you do it right. If you make an impact on yourself first, it makes it easier to make an impact on others. It makes it easier to help others grow. It makes it easier to help others be healthy. It makes it easier for that ripple effect to travel throughout your community, the world even. So remember that. Make an impact on yourself first. Gain the confidence that you need through improving your health, your spiritual health, your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, all those things that define a healthy lifestyle. Set those things in place now so that 2021 will be your best year, but that you can also look forward to 2022 being the best year. And then it can continually be the next best year in the future, but maintaining a presence today. Always live for today, always grow today, so that in the future, when you know that time is coming, that you're going to lose your leaves, you know that time is coming, that the freeze is going to happen, you're going to lose your leaves, and you're going to have to be forced to grow and push through new leaves to be able to reach out and achieve your goals for your life and achieve your purpose. But you can do it. I know you can do it. I'm pulling for you. I have confidence that you can do it. And I can't wait to see the great things that we all do in 2021.